Lesson 4.3. The goal is to find the area of a trapezoid. Remember your target is, I can find the area of special quadrilaterals by breaking them into triangles, and then apply these techniques in the context of solving real world and mathematical problems. All right, the key idea, the area of a trapezoid. In words, the area A of a trapezoid is 1/2 the product of its height and the sum of its base 1 and base 2. Look at the algebraic expression. It says area equals 1/2 the product of the height, which is times, and the sum of its bases. You got base 1 and base 2. Notice they're in parentheses, so that is done first. Example 1. Finding the area of a trapezoid. Notice the one thing is the height of the trapezoid. I'm going to go back here. The height of the trapezoid is the height from base 1 to base 2. That is the height of the trapezoid. All right, looking at the formula in A, you write it again. Area equals 1/2 height times base 1 plus base 2. So now we substitute numbers. 1/2 stays the same. 6 is the height, and then 5 plus 9, and that gives you a numerical expression. All right, now you have 1/2 6. Notice that is not changed, and you do your addition first. So now you can do the problem, which is 42. 6 times 14, half of that. The area of the trapezoid is 42 square feet. We are still working with a two-dimensional figure. All right, B, a different shape of a trapezoid. You have 1/2 the height, and notice the height from one base to another. You're breaking it into another shape. In parentheses is base 1, base 2 added together. So you've got 1/2 times 5 times 8.5 plus 11.5. Again, you do that first in parentheses, and then you figure it out from there. So 8.5 plus 11.5 is 20. Bring down the parts you didn't use, and the area is 50 square meters. Okay, so please take time now to click on example 1 and watch the video that goes with it. Come back, do the on your own, and then come back again for the answers. The on your own answers are 30 millimeters squared for number 1, 30 inches squared for number 2. You should have every step written down just like these before you get your answer. All right, let's move into example 2. In example 2, it says finding the area of a trapezoid on a grid. Same formula as we did last time. Couple things to keep in mind, or at least one thing, is that when you're counting, you're not counting where the grid lines connect. You're counting the actual point to point. So you're counting between the grid lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's how the height got to be 6. All right, you have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another way to do this, and this is what a lot of people do, is just to mark the lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're putting a line right in the middle of each square. Okay? Right in the middle of that baseline of the square. So then you know, once you count these tally marks, what the height is, which is 6. Then you have 2 and 1 for the sides. Easy enough. Obviously, the answer to this one is C. But notice, they did all the steps, and you need to do that. When you're done, please watch now take a minute to watch the example for number 2, and then come back. All right, let's take a look at real-life application. It says you can use a trapezoid to approximate the shape of Scott County, Virginia. The population is about 23,200. About how many people are there per square mile? Well, the first thing you have to do is find the area of Scott County, and it is a trapezoid. So you have to write out the formula for the area of a trapezoid. Place in all the variables, figure out the answer. Now, what this gives you is the complete area of Scott County. So the area is 530 square miles. Then there's a step 2. We know how many miles it is. The question is how many people are there per square mile. Since it's asking people, that has to do with population. So we'll take the population and divide it by square miles, and it comes out to 44 people per square mile. If you would please do the on your own and come back for the answers. Number 3, for the on your own, the area is 10.5 units squared, and I should see each step filled in for that. And answer number 4 is about 1 person per square mile, which is 22,650 people divided by 530 miles squared equals 43 people per square mile. And I'm sorry, watch example 3. And that's all of 4.3.